So, today is day 19 of Hashtag Vita, and nothing really of any consequence happened today as normal, so I don't know, maybe there's no point to doing a vlog. Okay, one thing of note happened today. So today I found out that I will be going to another section when I get back from my leave. So I leave here in, I don't know, a couple of weeks or so, and I'll be gone for like a month. I get to go see my family. You already know about that, already talked about it. We'll be making a video, as I keep saying, so no need to keep harping on that. So that will be happening. I don't know whether I'm going to be on day shift or night shift, which will entirely change my live streaming schedule for those of you who follow me on live stream. For those of you who don't, well, I guess it doesn't really matter to you because my schedule's changing. For you, it doesn't really matter because it still means there will still be videos. And hopefully they will be more well planned out and not daily anymore. I'm thinking 2 a week, maybe 3. But I want to learn how to edit. That way they're a little bit better. Anyway, that's all that really happened today. So for vlogging, I don't have much to say. It's the weekend. It is Friday. Well, actually no, it is 8 AM Saturday morning and I haven't slept yet. Except for like 5 hours. So, yeah. When I finally wake up, I would like to do something today. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm wanting to go for a drive this weekend. I really hope I can because I'd like to show y'all something. I might even go back up to Mount Katsu now that I'm a little bit better at making videos and a little bit more, I don't know, I guess I know how to talk to a camera more because the last time I did that, it was before I even really started live streaming, so I don't know, it'll kind of be cool to go back somewhere I've been before, do a little bit better of a video and actually be a little more entertaining, though I don't think I'm that entertaining. That's okay, that's beside the point. So, I actually had something I do want to talk about today. It shouldn't break 15 minutes. I think it should be close to around 10 minutes if I stop rambling. I will try to stop rambling for you. One of the things that's been on my mind lately is sometimes choices are hard to make, especially if you have like certain things that hold you back from making certain choices. Everybody has that one thing that they're not very good at. For me, I really don't like hurting people. I don't like knowing that I'm intentionally like hurting someone, even though it's for the best for both of us, no matter whether at the moment that is hurting them. And to me, I don't like doing that. So, for example, like trying to change I don't know how to say it, to change a situation. And this is something that kind of goes along with, you know, how I stay positive all the time. I stay positive by going with the flow, doing what I feel is right in my heart, and trying to stick to my morals. When I stick to my morals, I'm usually a bit happier because then I feel better as a person. Not better than anybody else, just better as a person in general. And that makes me happier. Everything works differently for different people, so maybe it won't even work for you, but you know, kind of like how they say when you do something nice you feel better. It's kind of like that. Man, my accent is really off kilter today. Anyway, I really shouldn't make these videos so late when I've barely slept. I can't even think straight when I try to do it. So the biggest thing I wanted to talk about is actually two things that go along with that. A, making choices. Sometimes you have to make a choice even though it's going to be difficult. For me, hurting people's feelings is a bit difficult. Granted, I'm not intentionally hurting their feelings. When it has to do with love or when it has to do with having a relationship or something like that with people, you have to be straightforward because not being straightforward is kind of like leading them on. Even if you're not intentionally leading somebody on, you're still kind of doing it when you don't make your intentions clear. And a lot of people don't make their intentions clear. They just kind of, yeah, and they talk like they like you, and then suddenly they don't like you. And you have to be really careful about that, both when somebody is doing it to you and when you're doing it to somebody else. You have to really be able to read between the lines. People are not always going to be straightforward and tell you exactly what they want, exactly how they feel, where they see the two of you in the future, etc., etc. These things you have to be careful about and look forward to. So for me, when I have people in my life, you know, like every once in a while, people will come into your life and they'll talk to you more like they like you, and then sometimes it doesn't feel like they like you, or you feel like you're more better as friends and they want a relationship, or you want a relationship but they don't want a relationship, or you both want a relationship but you want a different kind of relationship, or just different things that make you incompatible with somebody. And you need to be careful about that, because you don't want to lead somebody on. Just because you like somebody doesn't mean you're right together, that you're good for each other. It doesn't mean that you are right in a certain kind of relationship with each other either. Like, you might be amazing friends but terrible at dating. You might be both great at dating, just not for each other. And these are important things to keep in mind. And I finally recently came to the realization that, you know, sometimes you have to make those choices. And I used to know this, but then somewhere along the way I got a little sidetracked and I lost that wisdom, so to speak, to just make the choice and go with it. And that's something that you really need to do if you want to be happy, is sometimes you have to make a decision, and if you believe it's for the better, then it's for the better, and it could work out for the best. It should work out for the best if it's in your best judgment. And so I finally started cutting back in certain areas, trying to get everything in line, to go back to the flow, so to speak, so that everything is lined up better. Which means not feeling like people are being led on, because I'm really bad at, you know, like, I can usually say, hey, I think of you as a friend, and I'll enunciate friend to like these people, but then it doesn't always come out right, because I hold back being too blunt, because I don't want to hurt them, and sometimes that's not the right way to do it. So I'll stop rambling about that, but I think I got the point across. So you need to make those choices. Make the choice, go with it, stick with it, and just make sure it's the right choice in the beginning. It's not hard to know whether it's right or it's wrong. It feels right or it feels wrong. You should know it in your head and in your heart. It's honestly straightforward. What does it feel like? This doesn't feel right to me. Go off that. Intuition is very, very, very key, honestly, especially to having a happy life. Follow your intuition. A lot of people don't do that anymore. In fact, I don't even think a lot of people know how to follow their intuition anymore. But if you do, for me it works very well. Sometimes I lose track of it, but usually it works pretty well. It's led me to where I am in life now. And the other thing is, when it comes to a relationship, I absolutely hate this. I don't know if anybody else has ever experienced this or knows this, but it can apply to even friendships to a degree. But usually it's relationships where, I don't know, say you and someone else, you get together and you have a really good relationship and you're really good together. But something happens, and, you know, all things all things that go up must come down. So you get to that high point and you have to fall. That doesn't mean you can't rise again, but you have to fall. So say, you know, you fall and you two start to distance from each other. That could either be an end or it could be a new beginning. Now, in a lot of relationships, you have one person who's better at waiting longer to say, you know, hey, look, I need you in my life. And you have this person who it doesn't take them as long to say it. So they get to that point quicker, where they're like, no, like, look, we need to try again. But this person is still caught up on everything that went down, that everything that happened between you two, whether it was good, whether it was bad, whether it was kind of you know, we just drifted apart. And so you have the one person who wants to come back sooner, like they want to fix things. They're the ones that are trying so hard right now to bring you two back together. And they come to you and they talk to you and they're like, hey, you know, let's fix things. You know, this isn't right. This isn't how this should end. And the other person is kind of very, very hesitant. They're like, no. And out of fear and out of hurt, they won't come down from wherever they're at, and they won't see the reason and try to do it, and they don't want to try again. So this person, you know, hurt and denied and rejected, walks away. And then this person runs after them. Sometimes it takes an hour, sometimes it takes a day, sometimes it takes 3 days. But this person, if they really ever cared in that relationship, will run after the other person. So they follow the other person, and then they go back and they're like, hey, no, you were right. This isn't right. We need to fix things, Let's get together, let's do this. This person has two choices. Out of hurt and rejection, once again, turn this person down. Or they have the other choice, which is they're finally on the same page as me. They want to fix this, like I wanted to fix this. Let's fix this. And then they can go with this person and you can fix your relationship and get back together. But all too often does it happen where this person's like, I gave you a chance. No. I'm not scared of a failed relationship. I'm scared of a I can't even English today. I'm scared of a failed relationship that leads to second guessing from one person and then second guessing from the second person and then denial at the third point when you have that chance where you could fix things, but both of you have pushed each other away at the key opportunities. When one of you comes back, if the other is open-minded enough, just let it happen and try it. What's wrong with trying a second time? Don't let your emotions ruin something that you will regret later on. So I'm the person who, when they've come back to me and they're on the same page as me, I end that karma right there. I'm not going to let bad karma continue as a cycle. I would rather end the cycle right there than to continue and let it happen again and again and again and again with other people in the future. So I would rather just be like, yeah, I'm glad that you finally see things, that, hey, we could fix this, that we're really good together, this is a good relationship, and fix it. Now, I'll stop rambling about that. But that's just something that's been on my mind lately, and I got to fix things with somebody that we had fallen apart and had kind of distance from each other, and it's really good to know that, it can work out. It really can, and sometimes it'll work out even better than it did in the beginning. You just have to get to that point, and you both have to be on the same page. But that's about all I had to say today, and I believe I have a better idea for tonight, but I can't spoil that, We'll see how much sleep I get, otherwise I might save that for another day. But yeah. Bye!